Welcome to the channel where stories come to life. Stories that aren't just told, but felt. Whether you're here to be entertained, find a bit of escape, or simply to help yourself relax before bed, you're in the right place. I created this channel as a way to help myself drift off to sleep, and now I'm sharing that with you. So turn off the lights, close your eyes, and let your imagination take over. This isn't just a video, it's a journey into the unknown, where every episode brings you deeper into a world of mystery, drama, and emotion. Whether you're here for suspense or just to unwind, there's something for you in every episode. Now let's begin. In 2004, Rabat was a city of calm and tradition, far from the chaos of crime that plagued other cities. But that peace would soon be shattered by a string of murders that no one saw coming. It all started when a hiker stumbled across a body in the woods. The sight was horrific. The man had been meticulously cut, his body almost dissected with surgical precision. Written in blood on the wall of a nearby ancient building were the chilling words, "One of 5." The police were baffled. At first, they dismissed the murder as an isolated incident. Rabat had never seen a serial killer like this before, and the idea of one operating in their city seemed too far-fetched. But months later, a second body appeared, this time in a parked car, mutilated in the exact same way, with 2 of 5 inches written in blood on the car's rearview mirror. The police now knew they were dealing with a serial killer, and the cryptic messages left no doubt that 3 more murders were yet to come. Investigators scrambled to find a connection between the victims and discovered that they were friends, but nothing else linked them together. Days passed, and then came the third body. This time, the victim was found slumped over in the bathroom of a busy coffee shop. He had been poisoned, his death quiet and calculated. In the bathroom mirror, written in red ink, was 3 of 5. Panic swept through Rabat. The killer was striking in public now, and the case had become a media sensation. People speculated wildly about who could be next, but the most shocking twist was yet to come. One night, a young man in his 20s walked into the police station, shaking with fear. His face was pale and his words were frantic. "I'm next. I'm the 4th." The police were skeptical at first, but they pressed him for answers. What made him think he was the next target? And who was behind these killings? That's when the truth finally came to light, and it was more chilling than anything they could have imagined. Years earlier, he and 4 of his friends had been using hard drugs, wandering the streets late at night. In their drug-fueled haze, they came across a young woman walking alone. She was small, quiet, and vulnerable. They captured her, dragged her into the woods, and committed an unspeakable crime. Each of them took her, leaving her broken and humiliated in the darkness. But this girl was not just a victim. Her name was Amina, and she came from a small village far outside of Rabat. She had moved to the city to study dental care, hoping to build a better life for herself. She was bright, ambitious, and had a future ahead of her. Her only family was her aging grandmother, who had no idea that Amina had even gone missing. She didn't have anyone to rely on except herself. The brutality of the attack changed everything for Amina. But unlike many, she didn't just disappear into the shadows of shame. She remembered the name of one of her attackers, and she began to plot her revenge. First, she went to the police, hoping for justice, but when she tried to tell her story, they dismissed her. To them, she was just another girl from a poor village, and they assumed she was a whore, seeking money or attention. Her cries for help were ignored, and she was cast aside. That's when Amina made a decision. If the system wouldn't give her justice, she would take it herself. Amina used her knowledge from her dental care studies to learn more about anatomy, precision, and cutting techniques. She tracked down the first man, one of the 5, and confronted him. She was pregnant and demanded he help her. The man, terrified of what might happen if the truth came out, agreed to meet her in the woods. He never suspected that she had a knife hidden with her, or that she had already plotted his death. After he confessed the names and locations of the others, she killed him, leaving his body expertly mutilated. She scrawled "1 of 5" in his blood before vanishing into the night. The second victim, unaware that Amina was hunting him, was found months later in his car, killed in the same precise manner. 2 of 5. By the time she reached the third man, Amina had grown even more methodical. She poisoned him in a public coffee shop, ensuring his death was swift and unnoticed by anyone around. 3 of 5. The fourth man, consumed by guilt and fear, had been hearing rumors about the killings. He knew Amina was coming for him. When he turned himself in to the police, he confessed everything. How they had found Amina, what they had done to her, and how she was now hunting them down one by one. He pleaded for protection, knowing he wouldn't survive if she found him. The police arrested the fourth man and quickly captured the fifth before Amina could reach him. But it wasn't over yet. Days later, the authorities received a letter. The handwriting was delicate, almost neat, but the message sent shivers down their spines. "You failed me. I came to you for justice, but you cast me out. You thought I was nothing, just a girl, just a whore, who wasn't worth your time. But I made my own justice. 3 are dead, 2 rot in prison. I have disappeared. Don't bother looking for me, because you will never find me." The police searched tirelessly for Amina. They interviewed her grandmother, but the old woman hadn't seen her in months. Despite their efforts, Amina vanished without a trace, becoming nothing more than a ghost in the city of Rabat, a ghost who had taken justice into her own hands. To this day, Amina has never been found.